How do people get sales their first week? My store doesn't even get hires until I run ads. It's because people are running ads, bro, and people have good products, G. It's all about product research. It's all about that. Focus on that, and you'll always make fucking money. How much should you spend on ads if you have 70 active listings? $45 a day minimum is what I would personally say in regards to that question. Do we want to order products and make pictures before we list products, or do we just take pictures of the internet at the very beginning? Pictures of the internet at the very beginning. Would you suggest adding a picture of a girl for a public profile on X? Yes. Is it just because the eBay suppliers delivered my items in 3 to 4 days, and if I find them on AliExpress it's a couple of weeks? Wasn't sure if I should delete the listings and find fast shipping on AliExpress. Well, you could always make... Wait, did the actual supplier get deleted, or did your eBay account get deleted? Because you could always message them privately and get them to do it. Hey Craig, I have found products for my Etsy store, but I don't have photos of them, just AliExpress photos. Do you have any suggestions? I mean, yeah, you can use these. You can find them on different platforms as well, and then just obviously manipulate them as much as possible. Been running Etsy ads on my store and have been spending a lot, 70 plus per day. However, I'm getting 0 sales from my ads, and all of my recent sales have been organic. I should stop ads. Yeah, potentially. That's kind of a weird one. But normally I would say, I mean, it depends how new your store is. If your store is very, very new, it might just be coming from ads. But yeah, scale down the ads and see if the organic sales stop. Hey, thanks for the stream. Some context, did nearly 10K first month. Account got suspended. Tried ads power plus right up people with sticky residentials proxies. Anything else you should do for the next store? There's a lot of different little extra things, but most of them I can't really say outside of Etsy Kings. I would say if you've done 10K first month, you should definitely get inside of Etsy Kings. Greatly help you to do way more than that. So that's my advice. I mean, I can explain kind of all the beginner information, but you've made enough profit from Etsy, so you should be fine. I would definitely get inside of Etsy Kings. A link's in the description if you want to do that, bro. Would you buy from your own Etsy store at the start to rig some excellent reviews? Typically, I don't recommend to do fake reviews, typically. Do you know a website that can put your jewelry on AI models? Anyone else had a lot of trouble entering their bank information, just doesn't accept it, does not match expected format. That's a weird problem. Have you looked into the upcoming DAC requirements? Will it affect having multiple stores because of tax ID? So I think I have to be a little bit careful in regards to this, because I don't want to give you guys tax advice and then run into some problems and you guys run into issues and then you think it's my fault. But because obviously I'm not an accountant. But in regards to that, like, I doubt they'll be cross-checking the tax ID. So do with that what you will. And you can always just add a limited company and just do UTR. So, yo, Craig, one of my stores got banned and they're trying to take money out of my bank, but I froze it. Do you know if they'll care about the money? It's only like 1K. More than likely, they won't care. In that, with my stores and every single store that I've personally seen, I have not seen one person run into problems. If you're in the US, potentially more likely to run into problems. If you're in some random country other than the US, you're probably pretty unlikely. Yeah. How okay is it to put your shipping, for instance, from US, but you actually ship from China, AliExpress? Do people usually rant if it takes more than actually listed? So I wouldn't recommend putting the shipping time longer than actually correct, right? If your shipping time's 2 weeks, put it as 2 weeks, even like 15 days, right? A little bit over 16 days. But lying about the location, normally okay. Normally okay, G. Normally okay. Is there any tools to check products for intellectual property? Bro, I don't know how people run into intellectual property claims. Like, just Google Lens is always your friend. If you have Google Chrome, it's always good. I mentioned the eBay sellers. If that doesn't work, should I just redo listings and find good jewelry suppliers on Ali? Yeah, but you should be able to find them on Ali. You should be able to find the actual products on Ali. I'd be very surprised if you didn't. What would Tate say about laziness? That laziness, bro. Well, bro, no, I'm saying, like, it's not laziness. It's I'm fucking busy and I don't want to spend a day making a fucking Etsy store for a YouTube video. Like, I don't want to spend time doing that and then do a good, like, because what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to find a good product and a good niche, make a good store, use one of my bank accounts, use one of my signers, and then I'm just going to show it publicly. So I've just used a bunch of resources that is then just, I've just wasted, right? I've just used a bunch of my fucking money and also my time just gone, right? So that's why I don't do it. It's not lazy because I work 16 hours a day. It's just priorities. My priority is not making a fucking Etsy store for a YouTube video. If I was going to make an Etsy store, I'd just put it in fucking Etsy Kings because I don't think those guys would snake me, you know? How much is Etsy Kings a month? So Etsy Kings is not a monthly payment. We do have payment plans, but it's not a monthly payment. It's a one-time payment. You get yearly access. So it's a one-time payment for yearly access. Road to 10 million is great, bro. What would also be very useful and interesting is to see how you handle bans and how to move forward when accounts get suspended. Yeah, like I say, inside of Etsy Kings, we talk about this a lot. But I don't do that on YouTube, because if I told everyone how to avoid bans, then the methods wouldn't work anymore. And also it'd be unfair to the people that are inside of Etsy Kings and obviously be paid to be in there. And also it's expensive to test things, right? So, yeah. But road to 10 million, I'm glad a bunch of people said road to 10M. Is there a good process for changing niche, or is it okay to delete all your listings and start again? Delete all your listings, leave the store for a week, and then start again, kind of thing, yeah. What am I missing here? Competitor had 20 sales in the last 24 hours. I copied it, and my listing gets 0 views. What am I missing here? Maybe they're too entrenched and you can't fuck with them. Maybe they've just been in the industry too long and you literally just can't mess with them. Sometimes that does happen from time to time. Not always, but sometimes it does happen. How long do you spend first stage and warming up an account? Like 2 weeks? Depends though. Depends how quick I want to go. After your store has passed a human review and after the order reserve, is your store pretty much safe from bans if you stop listing your products? Kinda, yeah. Why is your community bro-centric? No Etsy queen. So, it is bro-centric. I ain't gonna lie. It's like a lot of dudes, but we do also have an Etsy Queens subgroup, right? That's just obviously for girls. They join Etsy Kings. They're obviously in the main group chats. They're not excluded from everything, but then we just have like a girls only group chat as well because they wanted it, I think. So we made just like a women only group chat as well. I'm not actually in it. So yeah, but there is that as well. So it's not just bro centric, but there is that. They actually do calls as well, I think. I think they've done a couple calls like together and they chat between themselves. I don't fucking know. But I'm saying it is bro-centric, but we do have an exclusive female-only group as well. And I think there's like 15 girls in the group. I mean, there's 500 members, but there's 50, whatever, right? It's bro-centric. It is, I'm not going to lie. Like most dudes want to make money. Most girls aren't necessarily focused on that, right? Getting daily orders in a product and want to do a bulk order, but it's giftable. Would you suggest waiting to see how it performs in January before doing this? Yes. What's the difference? Etsy Kings, Etsy Wizards, signed up to Etsy Wizards, but didn't want to jump on the phone call. Lol. Etsy Kings is like a full entire course, and the other thing is literally just something we were testing for a little while. We've actually stopped it now. So, do I need to switch my location to China if I start using Ali? Before I was set to somewhere in UK, as that's where the previous suppliers were situated. You don't need to switch your location to China. So basically getting 10K your first month is luck then. No, it's not luck. No. How much should you spend on Etsy ads? So typically I would say spending on Etsy ads, like over the first 3 to 6 weeks, you're going to end up spending to a negative on your whole store, maybe $250, $300. I would say on Etsy ads, you're going to start $5, $10, $15, $20, and go up and up and up and up and up and stuff like this, right? That makes sense? How long would it roughly take to make first 7 figures when in Etsy Kings if follow blueprint? Bro, 7 figures profit. Fucking hell, bro. That's something that is very, very, very difficult to fucking... I don't know, G. I'm going to be honest. I don't fucking know, bro. Like, I don't know, man. Like, 7 figures profit... I don't know how many beginners have hit that. Multi 6 figures, but 7 fucking figures profit is a lot of fucking profit. I don't know, G. Unless you're already a millionaire, you shouldn't be focusing on that. I don't know. That's like a fucking impossible question to answer because it's not big enough of a sample size to know how many fucking people like. And also, like, I feel like every single person that asks me question about, bro, how quickly will I be able to make $250,000 profit each and every single month? Every single person that asks me these questions is broke. They haven't made their first $10,000 online. All right? Start with small goals. Make your first $1,000. Then make your first fucking $100. Then 500, 1,000. Then go up and up and up and up from there, right? Don't fucking run before you... Don't fly a fucking rocket ship before you can even fucking walk, right? Like, that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to do fucking... I don't know. Trying to do nuclear physics mass in your head before you can even fucking speak. With my current listings as well, if I find them on Ali, it takes 3 weeks longer to ship than it was previously eBay. Yeah, so definitely contact the suppliers on eBay then. But you should be able to find those suppliers. Like, you should be able to find who they are. Got my Etsy store back. Good, bro. Is it hard to make 10K a month on Etsy? It's easy compared to everything else, but obviously there's challenges, bro. It's a lot easier if you're inside of Etsy Kings, but yeah. Is Etsy Kings a life-changing investment? Of course, bro. Bro, so many people have quit their jobs now. It's actually fucking, honestly, it's super fucking good. And a big part of it is the members that have actually joined as well. Because the community, it's actually impossible it's not possible. It's very hard to make a community. Someone else that also has a community was speaking to me the other day. And they were like, they're also in Etsy Kings. And they were quite surprised at how good the community was. Like, we do a lot of in-person events. They were like super surprised by this because they have a larger community and a larger course and a larger group than me. But they've never done anything like that. And their community, he said, like, frankly, it was quite fucking shit. So it's honestly super good. And it's purely because people join the group. And I think people that join the group more than likely kind of resonate somewhat with what I'm saying. Right? You're not going to drastically dislike me and join. So I think it's worked pretty well. You know, I think everyone does very well. And I think the community is a very, very good reason for that, right? Like, everyone's a good person that joins. I don't know if that's the right way to put it. But like, I don't know. I think maybe you're trying to get what I'm saying. But the community's fucking good is what I'm saying as well. I don't even know what that was relevant to, but is it safer to say dispatch location and store location to your own country to avoid bans? Yeah, I do my own country. If your first shop got suspended, but it wasn't the product's fault, can you open your second store with the same product? Not the same photos, I would do, no. Do you think something like candles is better than jewelry because people will finish them and want more? You're going to very unlikely to get returning customers. You just are very unlikely. But it's a good idea, but you're very unlikely. Are mugs a good niche? Typically not, because there's a lot of issues with breakages and problems and stuff like this. Do you need to pick a broad industry then niche down t-shirts for nurses? I would say, I don't do t-shirts for nurses for one, I would say. But I would say don't go too broad, right? You want to go reasonably niche, and then you want to niche even more further into it, right? Yeah, even further more into it. Does that make sense?